Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester City 1. And let's be brutally honest, we have got away with one there. And when I say get away with one, yes, we lost. But that game should have been 4 or 5-0 at half time because this manager is utterly shambolic. He is the worst tactician. That's being polite. This is the worst tactician I have ever seen in my life. He is shambolic. And Ange Ball, I do not want to see Ange Ball at my football club. Tottenham Hotspur was set up wrong yet again. Constantly. Tottenham are set up wrong by this manager. A weak midfield with no shape, a weak forward line. I mean, fancy playing Man City at home, right? Man City at home, okay? And with wingers like Savio and Doku, players like my moose that like to run. You leave your best fullback, Jed Spence, on the bench, right? To play Udogie and Porro, who can't defend. I'll say it now. Spurs fans, get pissed off with me all you want. They can't defend. He leaves Jed Spence on the bench. Should have been sacked just for that alone. Imagine doing that. Imagine playing such a lightweight midfield three of Bentancur, Bergvall and Maddison when we know that Man City will power through the midfield and spray the balls out wide to Doku and Savio. Ange does not see these things. Now, yes, people will say we had some chances in the second half, and we did. I thought we had a really good 10, 15-minute spell where we could have scored. But the damage was done by the initial setup. The damage was done by half-time. The damage was done, the fact that we could have been 4 down at half-time. Haaland, thank God that man wasn't sharp. We'll get to the penalty. We'll get to the second goal that wasn't given a bit later. But thank God he wasn't sharp because he should have had a hat-trick in the first half alone. I just don't get it. You've got Doku, who you watched. Ange would have seen this. He would have seen this on Sunday night. He would have seen Man City against Liverpool, and he would have seen Doku take Trent Alexander-Arnold to the cleaners. Minute after minute after minute. He took him on so many times. You would think today, right, sit back, Porro, or play Spence there to mark him and get a hard-working winger in front of him like Kulu. No. This is the game he decides to rotate Kulu. And yes, we want Kulu to get rest, but this is the game he chooses to do this. It is shocking management from start to finish. It's just awful from Ange Postecoglou. And what happened? Doku had Porro on toast. Time after time after time. He dribbled past him like he wasn't there. And today, Doku, who normally gets leveled at him that he's not got good end product, set up the goal and set up 2 or 3 clear-cut chances in that first half. And Porro had no answer to it. He bullied him off the ball. He shoulder barged him off. He tricked his way past him. Porro can't defend. And then go to the other side. And I'll say it. I've said it since I've seen Udogie play in a Spurs shirt. This boy is so overrated. He cannot defend. He can't defend. Ball watching for the goal. He just let Haaland walk past him. Where was he? But Ange continues to do these things. He can't coach. He is not a coach. This is a manager in every sense, not a good one, but he is not a coach. We are not drilled. We are not coached. We are not a defensive unit. It doesn't matter which 4 play there. I've heard all the excuses, but he's missing injuries. When Bentancur protects them, when he's back, when he's up front, when he's there, we are not drilled. We are not coached. And you get away with it against Ipswich. You get away with it against Man United. You don't get away with it against these better teams. And in the last 5 games, Villa, Man United, Liverpool, they're the ones we've won in the last 5. The 2 we've won, Ipswich and Man U, are the 2 teams in the bottom 3 of the form table for the last 15 games. Guys, girls, we've got to stop this. We've got to stop pretending that this manager is doing something, is building something. We've got to stop pretending there's a project, there's a plan, there's a process. Look at the midfield. What was he doing? Who was our DM? Who was cracking back? Who was our playmaker? Every time Bergvall gets the ball, he wants to dribble past everyone, and I thought he was dreadful tonight. Just kept getting caught on the ball. Maddison is so desperate to get the ball. He's coming back to midfield, trying Hollywood passes. He didn't have a good game. Bentancur gives the ball away for fun. But maybe, just maybe, if Ange put them in a proper midfield a midfield triangle, maybe if he didn't have them all going gung-ho, we might be a bit more solid. We might not always be so easy to play through. How many times in that first half did Man City with Kovacic and Nico one ball through and they're away? It's every single game. Liverpool did it to us. Ipswich even did it to us in that first half. Man U did it to us, but didn't have the players to finish. And Man City should have scored a bundle tonight. So thank the footballing gods that they're not in form. We are shambolic tactically. And that front three that he started, he chooses this game to play that front three. I'm going to be honest with you, Odegaard, one good run in the second half. Other than that, not really sure what he does. Get the ball cut inside. Get the ball cut inside. And if that's the manager's tactics telling him to do that, then you're going to stifle wingers like Odegaard. Brennan Johnson, get the ball cut inside. Get the ball cut inside. He took his player on once today and it created a shot on goal. 9 times out of 10, he does not take on his man. I just genuinely don't know what to say anymore. For the thousands and thousands of Spurs fans who watch Ange's style of play and see something, give it time. When the players are back, hardly anyone's missing. We didn't lose that game today because Van de Ven and Romero weren't playing. We lost it today because of how he set up his team selection. And it's the same every game under this manager. Second half, I'll give it to them. They rallied a little bit. City sat off a bit. We rallied a bit. We had some chances. We didn't take them. But we were still so wide open at the back. So wide open at the back, letting them get in behind. And I just don't get it. And then if we move to the if we move to the second goal that wasn't given, how that's disallowed. Listen, I'm glad it was from giving a reputable scoreline, but how that's not given as a goal, I will never know. I haven't seen it again with the VAR voices, but apparently people are saying that VAR was saying that they got that all wrong. If that had been at the other end, we would have been distraught if that goal was disallowed. And you know what's more worrying about that? Is Pedro Porro gave the ball away to start that move. Weak. Pedro Porro is weak. And then Gray and Danso bullied by Erling Haaland. So listen, we get away with a 1-0 defeat. And that made loads of people come into my chat telling me, Savva, you're negative. Savva, what about the second half? Guys and girls, I'm going to end this by showing you, right? I'm going to end this by showing you the Premier League table. And look at the state of this. We're not even there. Let me go down. We are 13th in the Premier League. And we have lost 14 games of football in 27. How this manager has not been sacked is absolutely beyond me. Just to put that in perspective, that's double the amount of games of Fulham, more than double the amount of games of Brighton. Let that sink in. That is absolutely disgusting. We've lost 5 more games than Palace. We've lost 5 more games than Everton. We've lost more than this diabolical Man United team. We are 10 points off Europe. We are, 7 points off. Sorry, 9 points off the top half. Out, out, out. Get this clown out. I can't take it anymore. He's a shambolic manager, an absolute clown. Please go. Take care, everyone. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for watching the videos, and we go again tomorrow. As always, come on, you Spurs.